name is Bobbie Strohbar, and we are the Dayton Area Harp Ensemble, and we have been playing for 46 years. And thank you. And we love playing. And that is our gift to the area, and we played all over Miami Valley and outside of the state in the very beginning. And so, what we do, we love playing and performing for you and showing you all the different instruments and having live music. And I see lots of friendly faces, and I know a lot of you have been to our concerts over time, and we really appreciate that. So keep coming back. We have a summer concert coming here, July 28th. We'll have the big pedal harps then. We have the Celtic harps for this particular concert because they are appropriate for the Irish music. And these harps are called Celtic harps, they're the small ones. So we try and be as authentic as we can. But we have all kinds of brand new music for our summer concert, so we hope you're able to come and join us for that. Why did St. Patrick drive all the snakes out of Ireland? Because he couldn't afford plane tickets. Let's just tell you where this concert's going to go as the evening goes on. We are lucky enough tonight. We have two Irish Carey dancers, sisters, who are going to do a beautiful job for you. We've been fortunate enough. One of our harpists, Diane Feeser, her granddaughters used to dance Irish Carey dance with us when we had our Irish Carey Irish concerts. They are much grown, and these two sisters were itty-bitties when her granddaughters were dancing with us. So we've been fortunate enough that we've been able to have dancers now for quite a few decades. So we hope you enjoy them. They'll be coming in to dance all around so you get to see them. And they will be doing several different types of music. If any of you go to the Irish Festival, the Celtic Festival, and you see the dancers on stage, they have hard shoes on, and they also have soft shoes on. And I would love to have them do hard shoes, but I would get in lots of trouble with St. Leonard's with their floor. So the girls will be dancing only with their soft shoes for tonight. And then also I've got a few songs for your singing voices, so I'm giving you a reprieve in between so you're not singing back-to-back things. So we're going to start out tonight with the Parting Glass. And the Parting Glass is a 1600s piece of music published in the 1600s. And it talks about hosts who have parties. It's expected that the host would always give the guest, make sure the guest had a drink before they left the party. And it was a way of saying, you know, have a good evening, and joy be with you, and hopefully the cops are not out in front in Centerville picking you up on the way home. But it's a darling little piece of music, and so we hope you enjoy it. And I did not bring any Irish whiskey for tonight, so sorry. Our next song is one of our more colorful songs, shall we say. It's called Cockles and Mussels. And the story of Molly Malone. And Molly Malone sold cockles and mussels in Dublin. And she was a young prostitute. And the men, married or otherwise, really liked Molly Malone. And so she ended up developing typhoid and died when she was a very young age. And the men in Dublin were so distraught, they had a statue erected in the city in honor of her. You will recognize this piece, it's been around a long time, but I thought that was a rather interesting statue, which I've been told is still standing in Dublin. In 1916, there was a terrible Easter uprising in Ireland. And at that time, Great Britain felt that all Irishmen should be fighting for Great Britain during World War I. And Ireland wanted their own independence. And so there was a big problem with that. So it was a huge, huge, huge battle, and a lot of men died. Father Patrick, or Charles O'Neill, was the priest around that area, and he knew so many of these young men who died in this war. And he was so upset about it that he decided to take and come up with a piece for these men, and it's called the Bobbie because there was a fog over all the graves of all these men who went out to the battlefield to sing. And Pete Seeger actually recorded this piece, the lyrics to the melody, and he called it Over the Hills. But a very beautiful piece, but sad. But it's called The Foggy Dew. of your program, if you don't know that. If you don't feel like singing, we would love to have you come along. You're more than welcome to do that. If you want to do an Irish jig up and down the aisle, you can do that too, but watch the cameraman and also stay upright. That's the one thing on our concerts, you have to stay upright. So, A Wild Irish Rose, it was written in 1899, been around a while, but it became a musical in 1947. And we will start, the group will start playing, and then we will bring you in on the chorus. I'll turn around and have them join us. So our next song is one of my favorites. It's called Down by the Sally Gardens. And Sally is a willow tree. And the groves of Sally trees are where a lot of lovers would meet. And so this piece, it was a poem written in 1889 by William Butler Yeats. And it's about unrequited love and youthful dreams. And it also goes by the name of Maids of Mourne Shore. So you may hear it, if you see it on a recording, it's one of the same, but it's a beautiful piece of music. Now comes the fun part. Our two dancers, Miranda and Eva Trojan, come forward. Eva, and Miranda goes to Sinclair College, and their mom is our flute player, Michelle Trojan, in the group. So we have quite a musical family up here, literally. They are going to be doing dancing to a piece called Wearing of the Green. And this is one of those pieces where if they had hard shoes, they would probably be wearing their hard shoes. But again, you'll see they have soft shoes on, and that's what they'll be wearing. So, but this is a real catchy little piece of music. It's a patriotic song where the Irish were rebelling against the English because the English wanted the color red for the country. And Ireland said, no, we want green. And so guess who won out? So the girls are going to be dancing for it. There, just as cute as the button. So an Irishman walks out of a bar. No, seriously, it can happen. Okay, our next song is one that you get to sing again on. When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. Again, the words are on the back of your program. And this was a song that was written in 1912. So a little bit newer, and it was written as a tribute to Ireland and all of its beauty and warm people and Irish charm. And so you have to sing out really loudly on this one. Okay, so we'll give you an intro again, and then come on in on the chorus. We're going to bring the girls out again. They have a piece, and the piece is simply called Jig. Not a whole lot of information about it, other than it's Jig is actually a very springy dance. It's danced in triple rhythm, and when you watch their legs and their steps, it'll make sense as far as when you hear the word springy. So I hope you enjoy it. What do you call a bulletproof Irishman? Ricochet. I had to find clean ones for tonight. Like other stuff. Our next song is called Rosin the Bow, and it's an 1838 song. So we're going back in time here a little bit. The U.S. presidential campaigns of William Henry Harrison, Henry Clay, and Abraham Lincoln all used this piece in their campaigns. Now, I'm sure it had nothing to do with drinking at all, but apparently it was popular enough that those three gentlemen thought that that would help their campaign. So, Rosin the Bow. he's so just enamored by her. So, but he's very, very shy, and he doesn't want to go up to her and say anything. So he thought, I'll come back the next night and get enough courage. He comes back the next night, and there she is again. So he's eyeballing her and getting a little bit braver, and he thought, well, okay, all right, tomorrow night I'll be back, and I will be aggressive here and go up and introduce myself and everything. Third night he shows up, she's not there. He looks for her for decades, never found her, and he died a very lonely, heartsick man. So when the opportunity presents itself, go for it. Don't wait. One more. Patty's at a pub all night. He crawls home. Wife says, you were drinking again. How'd you know? Pub call. You left your wheelchair there too. They're not all bad, just the images from some of these jokes are too much. Okay, so now it's sing-along time. Pull out your green sheet again. I need big booming voices for Danny Boy. So check them out. They're on the reverse side of your program. Now, if you are really good boys and girls, and you sing super loud, you will get to see the world's tallest leprechaun that there is. But you have to sing super loud so he can hear you. Otherwise, you don't get to see it. So, we'll give you an intro on Danny Boy, and then jump right in.
From
list for contacts. I will be more than happy to add it to the contact program. Is my email. Just give me your email address and I will add it so that I keep you informed with all kinds of stuff here. So have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Go home and have an Irish whiskey.